Oh my God, yes. It is a huge area. And so it could easily have hundreds and hundreds of audience. Now that is intentional. They are looking to really make an impression here. This is going to get a huge amount of coverage. It's going to be live streamed. So that's the first thing that needs to be said about this. Going back further than anybody else doing journalism on this that's still alive. I don't think anybody compares. It is absolutely real, and anybody that doesn't think that is simply not paying attention or out of it or doesn't care. This is very volatile time, by the way, in general, right? The political volatility and intensity right now in Washington, D.C. is off the charts. And
In this episode, Jeremy and George are joined by an active duty Navy service member who describes in vivid detail seeing a glowing tic tac shaped object emerge from the ocean. The transmedium craft then linked up with three other tic tacs, which subsequently zipped away in tight formation.
so it's a powerful group, and I expect it's going to have significant impact. There is an avalanche coming down the mountain of evidence heading straight for the truth embargo managers and any of the entities that are particularly tasked with dealing with this issue and managing the truth embargo. We need testimony. This is a major issue, incredibly important issue, the most important issue in the world as far as I'm concerned. The witnesses need protection because it is so profound, and the government has pushed back on this for years. We are living in interesting times, and it isn't fun, and the outcomes are unknown, and there will be casualties, and so forth. The world is now extremely dangerous in ways that are not as apparent as they were in an earlier, simpler time. We have actual wars going on, uh, actually happening right now. We're watching. And unlike earlier times when you waited for the newsreel to turn up in front of a movie you were going to watch at the theater back home, these are live streamed now. You get to see them happening as they go down. We're closer to a nuclear event that could trigger a war than ever, and we're also closer to disclosure. It's going to dominate the news at a time when the news is not easily dominated. It's the biggest issue in all of human history. Bigger than whatever the hell happened 2,000 years ago. This is way bigger than that. If you're on social media, you've seen what's happening. Recently, some very important things have happened, right? That hasn't stopped. It's been relentless. Okay, no warning. No warning at all. No. I'm obsessed with UFOs is boom. And I'm going, okay, there is no way. Another rather important person, the director of national intelligence, DNI. I mean, really, I don't care what you think about people on the Hill right now. An incredibly important, powerful person goes on another podcast, not particularly well known as far as I know. Nice people. They're chatting it up. It's the most important podcast on the planet Earth. The podcast that had a major role in electing her president, Joe Rogan. Or it seems to be that they are interdimensional. Okay. Okay, fine. Whether they're interdimensional, time travelers, or from another planet, that's equally profound. All three are. That's it, right? And I hope they're not interdimensional. And so this is the punchline here. I think they are seriously considering ending this truth embargo. And by that, I mean the president ending this embargo. There is a second aspect of this, which is also extremely important that others are going to be reluctant to talk about. I get it, but there's no guardrails on what I say. It's what I want to say, and that's it. I'm an activist. He certainly has the ability to confirm that personally. We're not alone. We have these craft. We have the bodies of the people in those craft, and they are not human. This individual will be heralded as one of the great truth tellers, ending one of the greatest lies of all time and triggering a complete transformation of our human civilization in relatively short order. The leader that ends this truth embargo gets a legacy of extraordinary significance, and nobody can take that away. It doesn't matter whether they like them or don't like them, right? Ending the truth embargo is not an American thing. It is a global thing. It is a civilization thing. The truth embargo ends for all 8 billion people that moment. 200, almost 200 countries and sovereign states, sovereign territories, and 8 billion people. And you have just freed the lie up for them. You have just freed the truth up for all 8 billion. I'm simply saying this is history. History is what it is. It's huge. It tends to go where it wants to go. No, it is a tide. It will go where it's going to go, and there's not a damn thing that can be done about it. And that agenda seems to be in our favor. It seems to be that they actually care how screwed up we are. Lies don't take you anywhere but down, though there are short-term moments where you can fly for a little bit, but then you crash and burn. Disclosure is nothing more than the confirmation we're not alone, which is a big deal.
Yep.
Okay. It will galvanize the world's people in a way that we've never probably seen. In other words, you're going to have more people addressing and thinking and viewing and getting excited about something in the shortest amount of time ever in the human race. If we don't have disclosure, we're going to have a nuclear war. I'm absolutely certain of it. Absolutely going to happen. If we launch the nuclear weapons, the ETs will turn them off. They can apparently do turn off weapons, right? And they'll just make neuter them, right? They'll just fall down, right? Just a falling missile and save us. It is the wild west of information. And we know how wild it is because we know it can be boticized, it can be manipulated, it can change elections because it's possible to put out mass information and so forth. Be careful what you repost, right? And try to verify what you can whenever possible, and avoid that. If everything you do now is going to be seen and known, scrutinized, and criticized, don't do anything really stupid. Because if you want to go out and really do something bad, right? I'm going to do this. Okay. People are going to find out, they're going to see it, and they're going to come back at you. And while this is the greatest disinformation technology ever created, it is also the greatest fact checking technology ever created. We cannot continue to build civilization on lies. Lies will lead to war and destruction, annihilation, pain, suffering, the zombie apocalypse. And yet, right now, we're drowning in lies. And we're drowning in lies. And so somebody's got to empty the swimming pool and refill it. We get disclosure underway. They're going to do something, and I think it's open contact. I don't know what else they could do. I don't. Progress is not so much a matter of wisdom. It's mostly a matter of will. We've got wisdom. We haven't had the will. I'm hoping that disclosure suddenly injects will into the entire human civilization. So some people view the hearings as disclosure in a sense, is another key disclosure process, meaning we're going to learn this, we're going to learn that, we're going to learn this, and we're going to learn that, and we're going to keep learning stuff and learning stuff. We've got extraterrestrials here. We've got non-human tech here. We're not alone. And so the president, at minimum, every single president, all 14 of them, every single president that's been in the White House, knew it was real and true. That doesn't mean they're going to do anything about it, and they've chosen not to. No. The shutting down of those nuclear weapons is the most important thing. Anything ET related has happened. It has massive implications that will play out soon enough. And the government already knows there's an ET presence. A substantial portion of the public knows ET presence. Those hearings are broadcast around the world, and members of Congress go on podcasts and talk about UAPs. That's what I'm focused on. And if that's happening, we're making progress. And we are making progress. Contactees will eventually start giving their own testimonies. They'll become very popular. You're going to have books and interviews, and we'll learn a great deal more about the overall contact experience, the full spectrum of it. The only thing standing, in my view, between us and all of that is a single statement from a head of state. We're not alone. The internet is escalating it. The podcast revolution is escalating it. The entire social media complex is escalating. The general media is jumping in. That's escalating. The idea that it can sustain 2 more years of this, barring something dramatic, right? Again, if we go have a nuclear war, it's going to be put aside. Okay. Nuke war, got to put that thing over here. If you're an activist and you can't keep up alive, you're in the wrong job.